Satnam. So I'm exploring different places in my house to find out where I can make more regular videos, because often that is what stops me from making them, just having the space and the light and the quietness. So I want to just make this little video about the base chakra, and I'm going to make one for the second and the third as well, and for the heart, and continue. I'm not sure how many I'll get done tonight, but for now I just want to do a basic summary for those of you who have been attending some of my classes, and for those of you who are curious or who have missed out on perhaps coming to that particular class and you wanted to just do a bit of work on your own. So basically, in a nutshell, the chakras are infinite potential. They are going to be much more complex than how I can explain them to you. So I want you to have that particular mindset that they are also not one, they are connected, there's overlap, and in essence, this is just a way in which we rationalize understanding different aspects of ourselves. They work together, and they are all as important as each other. I do feel that the base chakra is particularly significant, not because it's more important than others, but it is the way we are to be grounded. And when we are grounded, we can really embrace our higher selves. So a lot of people are in high states of consciousness, or their heart is wide open and they're very kind, but their base chakra is not as balanced, which means that those factors are not going to be forming a stable ground in life. So even though the intentions are good and the development has beauty to it, if it's not stabilized, then it can again lead to a different journey in life, rather than the ultimate journey of being grounded and integrating all the chakra centers together. What I mean with that is, for example, if your base chakra is imbalanced, one of the biggest things that I feel, besides all the knowledge that I have from endlessly reading and experiencing and teaching this, is that if the base chakra is not balanced, you or I or anyone will just never feel stable, really. Not truly, not in a real way, because it's the earth element and we are on planet Earth after all. And we will tend to look for that stability elsewhere. So that in itself is very draining. So what happens then is you look for the stability in your relationship. You may look for it in your finances. You may look for it in your health, or in your status, or in millions of things. You could, whatever it is you consider to be grounding and stabilizing. The problem with that is that there is no such thing as an external stabilization. Everything changes, and it's not going to be a permanent thing, even if it is there temporarily. So as much as we can rely on people and a house or money or whatever it is that you feel is stabilizing for you, and they may be a great platform to begin with, but the truth is, deeply on a long-term level and also on an inner sense of reward, those things are beautiful additives, but we shouldn't rely on them. We will put a burden on these relationships. We will start to worry at night or even during the day. What if this stability goes away? Because we are not in charge. And when we're not in charge, we know that, well, anything can happen. The only thing we can really control in some way, and even that is a thing that is obviously very, very negotiable and also has lots of subtlety to it, is ourselves. That's where we have the most control or input or direction. So base chakra is super, super important, because if you are detached from connecting to the world, to the planet, to your inner earth, then all this other work is still amazing, but it is lacking something, the foundation, literally. So it is like the root in the tree, how deep it goes. It is like your inner earth, your inner capacity to stand and then to rise up. And that is what makes the next work of the other chakra centers more powerful. So one of the simplest ways to work with that would be, in Kundalini yoga terms, is to bring up that pelvic floor, that Mulla Bandha, which we do all the time in class. So bringing up that pelvic floor, releasing it. You could inhale and hold, and exhale, release, whatever you want. Make that longer, play with that, and really connect to that, because you are working at the base of your spine with the first chakra, the Muladhara chakra, which is the earth element within you. For each chakra is here to support you so that you can feel whole and complete, and you will understand that all you need is inside you. And so to me, that is a most magnificent gift. And why not harness it, honestly? And why not be so stable that we may ask for help, but we don't need it or rely on it? We enjoy it, and it's a totally different vibration. So the other way is, it's the first chakra that forms. So it's the one with your mother and how you're born, and it's about, self-preservation, your basic needs being taken care of. And that's where also that self-nurturing comes in. Are you able to give yourself that earth element? Are you able to stabilize your life, even if it is simple, but in your own unique way? What is that, where you're focusing your energy on giving yourself that? So it is connected to your sense of smell, it is connected to your feet, to your legs, at the spine, really the stability in you. So another really good exercise, and I'm sure everybody knows, is to actually be barefoot to connect to the earth, or the wooden floorboards in your house, or the grass out there, the sand, the ocean, and really get in touch with that feeling of the feet and the sense of gravity, allowing you to touch something that seems solid. Obviously, ultimately, there is nothing solid, but it feels solid. It's the most heavily vibrating chakra. So here we connect with what feels like gravity and what makes us feel that we can relax when we lie in bed. We surrender to that. And that's why I often highlight in our relaxation how we can get in touch with that, because I've done Satnam Rasayan, I've done the Kundalini practice, and of course I've been studying all sorts of things since I'm 20, so for about 30 years now. And really the truth always comes together, it's never separate. So there are many ways. So it also means eating fruit, vegetables that are root vegetables, or things that make you feel grounded. You can connect with it through color, like the red, the earthiness. You can connect to it through sound, a musical note C, for example, or you can chant the sound, whatever it is that resonates for you, because there are various expressions of that. In Kundalini, it is lung. So we can vibrate with this as we focus at the base of the spine, seeing that spinning wheel of light and consciousness in our area of the base of the spine, vibrating in a beautiful red, in a beautiful, healthy, beautiful, nurturing color that when you think of it makes you feel really good. So it is about acceptance, and that is its talent, that is one of its aspects. So being able to accept comes from a place of feeling grounded, because when you're grounded you feel stable and you are able to accept a lot more, you're not so threatened. So it's also linked to adrenal fatigue, and adrenal fatigue is of course related to so much stress, often related to survival, and that really is straining on all the organs. Adrenal fatigue is never just one thing, and that's why we also have kriyas that work for the adrenals and work for our capacity to be really grounded within. And that the aspects of that are always included in all our work, because it's just like brushing your teeth. You wouldn't skip a tooth, you would always work the whole mouth. So the shadow side can be that you have a lot of resentment, and that makes sense, because resentment is really a deep feeling of not being taken care of perhaps being misled, and of feeling scared for your life. Because if something in that chakra center isn't really working, then it's really about that foundation, right? And that foundation often arises in childhood. It often comes from how your relationship was with your mother in particular, and because she was your first earth, she was the first foundation, that first nurturing and survival feeling of feeling safe, that whole package. You can see that. So having basically your physical needs met is all linked to this. So enjoy contemplating that. Write down what comes up for you. Journaling is very powerful. Do the breath, inhale, belly expanding, exhale, belly moving back to the spine. Bring up that pelvic floor, release that. Feel the feet sink into gravity when you can. There's lots and lots of other practices, and there's lots and lots of other dimensions, more subtle, that we can contemplate when it comes to this chakra. There are essential oils that can support your journey to help you to heal an overactive or underactive aspect. And really, the human potential there is really being grounded on the physical plane, being earthed, belonging, knowing that you belong and that you have a right to belong. So feeling that and really contemplating that as I speak about this on this particular little YouTube. What are you feeling? Feel that when I've talked and stopped talking, that you can just make a little journal diary entry for 2 or 3 minutes, what you're grateful for, what you're feeling is working in your base chakra, but also what perhaps has come up for you that you can process, that maybe you are holding from the past. Because once you let go of some emotions from the past, perhaps your birth or in utero or in your childhood relationship with your mother, anything like that, this vibration will naturally bubble up for you during Kundalini class, and then you can just release that by meeting it. And that's when we come into the second chakra, meeting our emotions. So feel grounded. Allow yourself to go, I am grounded within yourself, and feel that. Let that sink in and know that you deserve it, and know that this element is inside you. So it's there, and if you want to work with it, collaborate with it, listen to it, be in tune with it, then this is a really good start. So enjoy, and really, really powerful chakra. Like I said, if it is unstable, you tend to even put your energies and faith in other things just to get stability. You might even, do things you normally wouldn't do. Maybe even stay in relationships you wouldn't stay in, because you feel that you need that security, whatever that represents to you. So once you know that you don't need anything really, and from the outside, that everything you need is within, you will come from an empowered place. And then wherever you do place your energy isn't from a needy place, or from a place of where you are really feeling unstable, but it's from a place where you have that stability and strength to make a decision that really honors you. And I would like to see that for everyone, to have that courage. And it starts with the base chakra. So if anything, I would always recommend start with that work, because from that place everything else can blossom. It's exactly that way for a tree. The stronger the roots and the deeper the roots, the more it can rise up and blossom and really expand and not be blown over by the wind, so metaphorically speaking. So enjoy. Feel free to comment, to ask me questions. I will be doing a lot more work in this arena, not just in classes but also in workshops, and also I will be doing some e-courses. And I'm really excited to do that, so that when you want to work at home, you can. If you want to journal, if you want to feel empowered and remember who you are, I'm here for that. I'm here to remind you that everything you need is inside you. I'm so excited, actually. And I feel this is the change in the world. This is you changing, me changing, us supporting each other. And as we do so, we shine the light for anyone else to feel, wow, well, if they can do it, we can do it. And it takes guts, but it's worth it. And it's getting easier because many more people are in this environment, working on themselves, really facing their inner dimension in such a beautiful way, that we're cleaning it up, letting go of what no longer serves us, and then elevating ourselves, realizing what is inside us, uncovering those amazing treasures. And so, yeah, I just think it's the most wonderful thing. So honor yourself. And remember, when you honor yourself, you are already benefiting everyone else in your life, your family, your friends, the plants, the animals, the planet. So if someone is saying, hey, you don't have time to sit and breathe or connect to release, letting go, like surrender, which is involved in this chakra, being able to accept a situation, that makes you so powerful. Because when you don't accept it, you really spend a lot of energy resisting it. So if someone says to you, hey, you don't have time for this, we're very busy, try to explain that once you do this, you're going to be much better for them. You're going to be more functional. You're going to be wasting less energy, skidding out and really feeling unstable, which makes whatever you do not as powerful and not as full of integrity and not as present. And really, once you're grounded, you are going to be so much more powerful, amazing, and settled and peaceful, and everyone will benefit. So even spending 5 minutes a day, maybe morning and night is ideal, first thing and last thing, just focus on that space within, just becoming quiet and enjoying connecting with that. All right, thank you for watching. And yeah, share the video, subscribe, comment, all that stuff people say. It's true, but do we really still need to say it? Doesn't everybody know that? I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, so Sat Nam, have a beautiful rest of now, and thank you again. We're all part of this amazing shift into our true selves.